Hi, today we are going to see the 8th video of UPSC 2023 Prelims Simplified 100 series. So I hope you guys are revising regularly and please make sure that you are making short notes so that it will be useful for your examinations, right? And students who are located in Palakkad can avail offline courses for UPSC, KAS, Kerala PSC as well as SSC examinations. And for the coming SSC GD examination in January, we are conducting a special course for SSC GD. So students who are going to attend SSC GD examination in January can come and avail that courses, right? And students can contact us through this phone number as well as this email ID. So we are moving on to the 70th topic. Yesterday itself we have seen 70 topics, but in yesterday's video we have discussed the same video that was already discussed in the previous videos. So again we are on to the 70th topic. So 70th topic is Election Commission of India restores maximum limit on star candidates. So here see the topic, Election Commission of India restores. Restores means already we had a number of star campaigners and then we have decreased and then we have again increased, right? So before the corona, there was a particular number of star campaigners for a political party. Then after the corona, the Election Commission of India has restricted the star campaigners for a political party. But now the corona has been declined, right? COVID has been declined. And ECI has again restored the star campaigners in the political party for campaigning purposes. So who is star campaigner? When there is an election, we all know that there will be campaigner for a party. Maybe that campaigner will be a small campaigner, means he will have a less popularity, or maybe that campaigner will be having a huge popularity. For example, let us consider a panchayat election. For panchayat election, if the president or a MLA is going to address the people, he is a small campaigner, right? Similarly, for the similar panchayat election, when a CM is coming to campaign, he is a star campaigner, right? But in ECI, they don't have any rules that this qualifications should be there for a star campaigner. They doesn't prescribe any rules for the star campaigner. The star campaigner should be allotted by the political party itself. They will have a limit. For example, they will be giving a 40 seats for star campaigners, and the political party have to decide for whom they should have to give these seats for political campaigning. These 40 seats for political campaigning, right? I hope you have understood. So, star campaigners are nominated by the political parties to campaign in a given set of constituencies for a specific duration. List of star campaigners can be communicated to the chief electoral officers. So you can see that for a particular political party, they will be given a specific seats. For example, 40 seats. 40 seats are given to a political party, and they have to fill up that 40 seats, and they have to give it to the electoral officer, chief electoral officer, and ECA within a week. Note down the point, within a week from the election notification of date under section 77 of 1 of Representation of People Act 1951, right? So you have to study about this act. There is two type of act, Representation of People Acts. One is 1950s Act and another one is 1951's Act. 1950s Act mainly deals with the voters, for like people like us, right? And where this election should be conducted. Like these details are given under the Representation of Peoples Act 1950. In 1951, they will be giving the details of the campaigners, the people who are going to contest in the elections, their qualifications, like that. The details will be given in the 1951. Please go and have a small study on Representation of People Act 1950 as well as 1951. This is a very important topic for UPSC, right? So, a recognized political party can have 40 star candidates. Here, see the word recognized political party. It is also given in the Representation of People's Act, right? So, go and study it. Representation of People Act. A recognized party can have 40 star candidates and an unrecognized party can have 20 star campaigners. There is no law that defines who can be a star campaigner. So they can ask in prelims that for a star campaigner they should have specific qualifications. Then you should say that no, there is no law that defines who can be a star campaigner, right? So expenditure incurred on campaigning by such notified star campaigners is exempt from being added to the election expenditure of a candidate. So when a candidate is going to contest in an election, he has to give the expenditure incurred due to him for or due to the election campaign for him, right? So he has to give the expenditure detail to the election commission. But when he is campaigned by the star campaigner, he don't have to give the expenditure. For example, when a star campaigner is going to campaign for his party, he has to come from a distance place, right? So we have to give the travel, we have to see the travel details, then we have to give him a good accommodation, right? We have to give him a good accommodation, then we have to give him security, right? Then we have to arrange a big hall for his campaigning, big hall or big facilities. For example, if he's campaigning in a vehicle, we have to see the place where he's going to campaign. So the expenditure incurred due to this, we don't have to give it to the election commission, but there is also a clause. However, this applies only when a star campaigner limits oneself to a general campaign. That is, when he is campaigning for the party, he don't have to give the expenditure. But when he is campaigning for a particular person, that person has to give the expenditure details to the election commission, right? However, this applies only when a star campaign limits oneself to a general campaign for the political party one represents. If a candidate or his election agent shares stage with the star campaigner at a rally, then the entire expenditure on the rally other than the travel expenses of the star campaigner is added to the candidate's expenses. Other than the travel expenses, every expenses are added to the candidate's expenses, right? I hope you have understood. If you don't understand, please comment. I will be taking a short note again. So 71st topic is government approves implementation of interoperable criminal justice system ICJS system project. Here, Ministry of Home Affairs has approved implementation of ICJS project phase 2 during 2022 to 23 to 25 to 26 as a central sector scheme. So central sector scheme means the expenditure will be borne by the central government, right? ICJS is an initiative of each committee of Supreme Court to enable seamless transfer of data and information among different pillars of criminal justice system. ICJS is a national platform for enabling integration of main IT system used for delivery of criminal justice in the country by 5 pillars, namely police, e-forensics, e-prosecution for public prosecutors, e-prisons. So we have only 4 now. Sorry, e-courts also, right? So these are the 5 pillars. These are the 5 pillars of the national platform. That is police. Police will be involved mainly, right? And then court, e-courts, 2K, e-forensics. That also come under the police, but we have studying separately, e-forensics, e-prosecution and for public prosecutors, and e-prisons. So 5. ICGS is a national platform for enabling integration of main IT system used for delivery of criminal justice in the country by 5 pillars, namely police, e-forensics, e-court, e-prosecution and for public prosecutors as well as e-prisons. Phase 2 is built on principle of one data, one entry. So when a person, any person, for example, if police is entering into the system, if police is entering any data into the system, other 4 people can easily access the data. That is one data, one entry, whereby the data is entered only once in a pillar and the same is available to the all other pillars. Under phase 1, so this comes under phase 2. In phase 1, individual IT systems have been implemented and stabilized. Search of records has been enabled. So in phase 1, It is enabled for individual system. For example, if a police is entering a data in their system, the entire police system can see the records, right? It can't be valued in the e-court system. But in phase 2, when police enters this a data in the record system, entire 5 pillars can also see the same data in their system. That is the difference between the phase 1 as well as the phase 2. National Crime Records Bureau will be responsible for the implementation of ICJS in the association with the National Informatics Bureau in the collaboration with the states as well as UT. So what is the significance of this? Make justice delivery system speedy and transparent, strengthen smart policing, which includes empowering citizen, investigation system as well as the policy makers, right? So 72nd topic is in FTA deal. We all know that in the starting of this year 2022, India and the United Arab Emirates signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement, CEPA. So CEPA, there is also another system known as CECA. I will be taking a separate topic, right? I will make you understand what is meant by CECA as well as CEPA. Right off now, you have to understand that India and UAE have signed a CEPA agreement. With the conclusion of CEPA, India and UAE aim to increase bilateral goods trade over the next 5 years to $100 billion. This is a massive amount, right? Within next 5 years. Only few countries have trade more than $100 billion. I think United States as well as China right now. Around 90% of products exported from India to UAE will attract zero duty with implementation of the agreement. It also obliges that. So here you have to understand that not full products are having zero duty. Maximum amount of products are having zero duty, right? Few products don't have zero duty. It also obliges that UAE had to offer 1.4 million work visas for highly skilled professionals from India. It also has stringent rules of origin, reflecting requirement of substantial processing for up to 40% of value addition. So, what is meant by rules of origin? This is one of the important topic. Here, I will explain. It is an interesting thing, right? Here, this is India. This is India, and this is UAE, and this is China, right? So UAE is producing an item and India is producing an item, and they both have a FTA deal, free trade agreement deal, and they are having their trade. They are exporting and importing at the same time, right? Now we have placed certain restrictions on the Chinese market, right? So China can't export certain things to India directly. So what this China will do is they will be exporting this to UAE, and from UAE they will be exporting again it to India. They will be playing a safe game, right? So here the rules of origin rules has been implemented. So when we know the rules of origin, it comes from say UAE or it comes from the United States. Okay, the project is the property is agreed, the thing is agreed. If it comes from China, we will be neglecting it, right? It is known as rules of origin are used to determine if the products are eligible for duty free or reduced duty under the FTA rules. So when we study about UAE, we have to know where the UAE is located. The country which is neighbor to the UAE is Saudi Arabia. The country which is in the land neighboring to the UAE is Saudi Arabia, as well as in the south side it is Oman. It is located at the Persian Gulf, right? Strait of Hormuz, and both sides have on the UAE's both sides we have Oman. You can see here there is a small land of Oman here also as well as here also. You have to take note of these short points. They will be asking in the prelims. And here you have Saudi Arabia, and this is Strait of Hormuz, Gulf of Oman as well as Persian Gulf. Right? So this is all for today. Have a good day.